Oh, what is going on, people? Feroncio here, and welcome to another live stream of Enotria, the last song. So, folks, I am almost sure that we are going to finish this whole thing today, and I've been doing a lot of farming, as a matter of fact, to get some trophies. But, see, the platinum is way more complex. So we're going to get a lot of trophies today, but we are not going to get a platinum mainly because to get a platinum, you need to kill each of those enemies 50 times. So every single enemy, I don't know, it's a pretty silly trophy, but you need to kill every single enemy 50 times. Besides that, there is a ton of weapons in the game, and you need to farm them. So, let me tell you what we have so far. So, if go to the inventory and we're going to take a look at my mask shards, I only have the Moreta left. There are 29 masks on the game. You need them all to get the mask trophy. The Moreta, we will fight the Moreta, we'll fight the last bosses. So that I already farmed all the other farms, so you can see I only have the ones that are not farmable. So we will be finishing that. But before we do, there is another important thing that I need to touch, which is the compendium. Before we proceed, we're going to hit a point of no return, meaning after you take a specific action, there'll be no more chances to go talk to the NPCs because the NPCs will all move into the stage area. And I'm talking about Maya, Velta, and Lito. They all have side quests that you need in order to complete to get their masks. So on my compendium, the power, the story, you can go and check each one of the gods. So Messinate is the merchant, Maya is the goddess of life and death. It's one of the first that we finish, Velta and Leto. Each one of them have a bunch of information here that you need to go take a look at that. There is a trophy for all entries in the compendium. So right here on the beginning, I'm looking at that. I'm missing a bunch of them because of the tutorial. These are the tutorial, pretty much these are tutorial entries, and I'm missing like 4 or 5 of those. I don't know why. It may be because of a bug, because I have done the tutorial. So we'll have to go through NG+, so make sure that you have a bunch of other things in here like consumables. I don't have any here of consumables, and I can tell you I've done the tutorial on consumables, so this may be a problem. So on the godly beings, each one of those is a side quest. So you need to make sure that every single one of them have a tail and the tail complete entry. And we're going to see that one of them, so let me go back. So the chariot is complete, the empress is complete, the lovers is complete, the hanged man is complete, death is complete, all the way the moon is complete, the tower is complete, but the hermit is not, okay? And if you try to figure out how do I complete a specific tale, so again, for the trophy, you need all the tales here. All the tales need to be completed, and there is one that is not, and because of that, I cannot finish Lito's side quest and get Lito's mask. So how do I know what I'm missing, right? So I read the entry. A cold, damp, and dark crypt lies beneath the Mantelone garden. Okay? One built by none other than the Duke
Hello
of
there.
Quinta.
I'm here, but I am also playing, so I
Hey!
might be a little quiet. But I am here.
Awesome.
Hello
Good to
there.
see you, man.
I'm
Appreciate
here,
it.
but I am also playing, so I might be a little quiet. But I am here.
So I need to go and get this entry, and after I get this entry, the entry should tell me what is my next step, right? So I need to go back to Quinta, the jailer's many ailments, and so the jailer, it has something to do with a jailer, right? And a crypt. So I kind of know because I played the game. I know where I need to go. So from here, we're going to back to Quinta to get this entry and finish the quest. So we need to fast travel. And on Quinta, we need to go and travel to the crypt. So, of course, he's talking about a crypt. And guess what? That is a crypt, Old Ruler's crypt. So we're going to travel here. And now we need to look for this entry, right? But fortunate enough, I know what I'm looking for. So before I do that, let me, I was farming, so I have this mask here, which grant me more memoria and more luck. So I'm going back to my original mask, which is this, not this Spaventa army, but the guys of Spaventa. So now that I have my loadout back, then I can go and do my things. Okay, this is not good. And at this point, I should have more than enough stuff to go and complete this without a problem. And this is the crypt, under the things. Jeez, man, what the problem with you? Okay, so these guys are done. And what we need to do next is go and take the stairs. Okay, so you guys remember that I had opened up this area, but I passed really fast and I forgot. So we come from here, we cut the cord. A body drop, we dropped. There was this guy here, which was the jailer, and I forgot to collect that little thing here. So, which is the jailer's confession. Now, if I go back to my companion, now there is a second entry right here on the companion that says the jailer's face, and now it says also, okay, yet in the final moments, the jailer, and okay, more than light, Mantelone garden, and it's going to say that this is final moments, and we will need to go talk to Lito because of this, right? It's at some point I'm going to say here that Lito is may have something to say about that. So with that, I think we are done here. I can just go and teleport back, or I can follow up on here, and I'll show you where we needed to go anyway. So we'll come over here. Two guys will show up. We'll kill these guys. Remember, we need to kill this guys 50 times. Don't ask me why, but that is what the game requires. And I am not doing that at the moment. So there'll be another guy here. We'll kill. And we will collect this thing here. We'll drop here. And there is another ladder up. And then we can go home from here. But, you know, before we do this, this is where you would cut that cord and drop down there and then collect this. So yeah, let me go back here. So we here, you go here and you go up, and this is the tomb behind where we came from. You would cut that thing right here, and then it will drop and do your stuff, and then you will have to come back here to return. And you would return. There is a big crab on the other side, so you would return over here, and we are back here. So that is one of the pieces that we are that we missed. The other one that we missed, well, when I say we, is of course it's me, is all the way back here on the Engineers Guild. Right on the entrance. I don't know what I was thinking. But I miss a huge part twice, you know. See, first, you know, I needed to do all this left side, and then there is an entry here that we also need. There is a piece of loot here, but we already collected. We already done all of this. Now I'll need to go back up from here, guys. So this is good to farm this mask here. You know, you can just go, I think it's just 100 Ricard Ascendant, I guess. So you go kill those guys, and they are very close to the site. So all you need to do is just go and collect that. And this spawns all the time, by the way. So we'll go over here. Remember, there is a guy that is behind that door trying to ambush. There is one that is going to throw a barrel. And then he is going up. There will be another barrel here. And then all the way to the top, there is that automaton. Another shard, and we will need to drop that back here. As soon as we drop here, there is a guy with a bow right here, and there is another one over here. So let's kill this too, and from here we'll go down. Okay, kill this guy, go up, We already opened this shortcut. There will be another automaton over here. And then we'll need to go back up on the wheel. And instead of going to the right side at the moment, because we already completed all of that, I am going over here. Remember, there is a dog, and we can kill the dog through the wall. And there is that guy with a gun. So there was a dog here. There is this guy with a gun. We need to go up, get the elevator, and there is a rift on the top. I did not finish the rift, so we need to finish the rift in order to get a trophy. So this rift have two pieces, the left side and the right side. I need to go to the left side here because there is another platform all the way there that I need. So first let's go and activate the rift. These two dogs, we can kill them. Let's go collect these pieces of loot. And then we'll need to jump and go to the other side. Be careful with this jump because it's really... So kill these guys. There is a piece of loot all the way here. But more important than this is that we need to kill that dude out there. And then we need to jump over to the other side again. Now be careful with this jump because there is a good chance that this jump is really hard. But we need to go and get over here. Once we get over here, there is that dude down there. But this should actually, when you kill this guy, it should complete the rift. Now, I miss all of this area here, and we'll need to do this. Finish this guy. There is another one shooting from the other side. Kill him. And from here we'll drop and go into this other area here that I have totally missed. So this will go inside the palace. We'll do this whole thing. Only possible way is up. There will be some loot in this area. Collect all of this loot. Those are just upgrade materials, but you know, since we are trying to collect everything, that pretty much will do. Right. So we'll go that way, but there is another piece of loot here, and there is another automaton, if maybe not. But there is another piece of loot here, just an ammonia sap. And with that, this is complete. And we'll go all the way back to this main area here. So that completes this whole thing. But now we get some bosses, and I need to go back to Lito. There is also this side quest here that I need to do it before anything else. So there is this lady here that we need to put a Moreta mask, and then it comes here, talk to her. So what we're going to do next is just go and fight the boss where we miss here. So we're going to the astronomer's court. So this area here is also good for you to farm these guys. So there is one of them over here, and there are, let me show you. So you farm these guys, and you also farm Ascendant, which is over to this area. You can see there are a couple, maybe 3 of them all the way to the other side. See 1, 2, 3. With luck and the appropriate mask, that's the one that I was using, that gives you more memoria and also better luck. There is a dog here, so kill the dog. So once you kill the dog, if you have all your loadout, you can kill the Ascendant. It's supposed, I'm not going to get anything because I already have it. So there is a dog, one Ascendant, and there is another one here. You need to kill all of them, collect the shards, rinse and repeat. This is probably the best place to farm them. And you need those masks if you want that trophy. And if you want the platinum. So after you do that, then you can just go back. And I am sitting on 1,600 memoria. That is a massive amount of memoria. We're going to use this to upgrade because we already have a lot of other things. So I don't need to upgrade anymore, but I need to go through the path of innovators. I don't have enough. So we need to buy all of the nodes anyway. So there is a trophy associated with that too, but we can do that on NG Plus. And right now, I think, I already loaded all my life. So I'm going to get more stamina because the stamina is always good. And I'm going to put everything into Battle Mage because it is my number one thing. Now, when you get here, there will be 2 guys. I don't know if this is the Moreta or is already the other guy, so we'll find out. Yeah, I think we'll have to find the Moreta first, which is that guy that is throwing things on our head. We're not going to get hit. Oh, he may be just another glass blower. We need to kill the glass blower. Now, be careful as we get closer. His weapon is going to be able to hit us. Yeah, we definitely have some bugs on the game. Anyway, kill this guy, which is a glass blower. He also dropped masks, and you need the glass blower's mask. I think there are 200 of those you need to farm. And now we can loot this area here. So let's go collect this chest. Now, when I was farming, there was on the other, I'm going to go back because there is one chest out there that I left unopened with one Caravaggio page, but you know, nothing that is going to break a trophy. These are just either upgrade materials. At this point, I think we collected every single thing in the compendium that I needed to collect. Of course, I'm still missing the tutorial, but on NG Plus I can do the tutorial again and then collect, or just start a new game, do the tutorial, make sure that I have all the entries on the page. But it is what it is. I don't remember. Okay, we do have pieces of loot over here. See, pristine Mallorca. This is Caravaggio page. These are upgrade materials needed to fully upgrade weapons and masks. So there will be plenty. And on NG Plus, okay, so I don't think there is anything in here. Just be careful because this is all dark and a gap can take you all the way to your death. Now let's go, okay, nothing here, nothing there. Let's check here on the sides. Okay, so now we have the Moreta. This is the last mask besides boss masks that I'm needing. Yeah, he is going to use a lot of Malano, and I just died, which is not bad. Okay, so that Malano, it is pretty bad. So from here, I think all the way on the side of this, oh, look at that. I think it just got me another block. When you go this way, on the other side, there is a little entrance like this. So let me go before I in here, then I'll come back. Yeah, the game is totally bugged in this new feature. I think it's on the court entrance. Yes. So right here, well, it is not here. It is not here, folks. I think I don't remember exactly what it was, but one of these right on the side before you go into this, there is a chest that contained material that I forgot to open too. So not a big deal, but you know. just one extra piece. I think it was a block or something. So let's go back and get my Memoria back and kill that Moreta. There is an item that makes you immune to poison, and I think I'm going to come on, man. Okay, so this is, of course, it is not shards because I already collected. Okay, so now with the Moreta done, the mask is already crafted and we are done with this mask. So we got the roll. Now we'll go over here, collect this gravity hammer. This is the last two bosses are in here. I think there is a knot before the bosses, if memory serves me well. Yeah, before you go, then open the chest, collect this.
Goodbye and good riddance, Moreta. Thus ends your vendetta.
And we'll talk to Pulcinella. Well, Pulcinella already gone, and this is the point of no return. We'll need to go, well, not here. We can still kill these guys and do some other quests. So first, let's see if we can still level up. 185. Yeah, we can definitely get one more entry, and we're going to be at 0. And I think we should be okay in here. Now the thing is, we'll need to go and let's get some flask of this and some holy water, get it ready so we can throw at the boss. There will be 2 of them. We're going to concentrate on the guy that is throwing gratia because he dies pretty easy. The other one is a little bit more aggressive, so we'll fight him after. So but it's your preference anyway. But you know, that's what I am going to do, and we'll face these guys. Don't lock. So Pantalone e Balanzone. So don't lock. Just run around. Get your weapons ready, your lines by drinking, and then we'll go into Balanzone, which is this guy here with the hat, and we'll kill him first, and then we'll go for Pantalone.
An insufferable cacophony to my ears. 'Tis only for those who love.
And these are actually 3 bosses. We'll kill 2 of them, and then they will combine in a big guy.
Our guest is here. My, what exquisite golden inlays.
What masterful craftsmanship.
Destined for my collection.
Research. Such
Base greed clouds your paltry mind, Pantalone.
Ambition blinds you, Balanzone. About it must be.
To the victor go the spoil.
Come, puppet.
Dance
for us.
Don't lock in. So Pantalone is very aggressive. Just make sure you have your lines up, and then you can go and get him. So after that, you know, this is pretty much done. And now we'll need the next big guy. They will combine. Not Stallone, Pantalone, and Balanzone. But they all Italian, including Stallone. Yeah, these guys, they don't hurt that much, but they sure disrupt the whole thing. And that was it. And we got some extra points to use on our skill trees.
You believe yourself a justiciar, the harbinger of change.
But we're going to get all these masks, and I think we should get a trophy once we have all the masks. Arlecchino is the last one.
No, spare me, my wealth. I can't.
And I think we should have a trophy here. I'm not really sure. And we got golden stink. And we need to go back now and finish all the side quests.
Oh, what joy! What divine joy!
So let's go talk to Puccinella here.
Puppet precious, the grand stage is set. The final task stands sole. Arlecchino we must seek.
So now we will go back all the way to the guild, to the engineers guild, because now that we have the Moretta mask, where is the engineers guild? Right here. We need to put that mask, and then we need to talk to that NPC. So we rest, go into loadouts, get on this Moretta masks. Where is Moretta's? We put, let's switch the role. Well, right now I can't switch the role. Okay, I'll switch later on. So let's put the Moretta mask. Let's go talk to this lady. Okay, so now we have the entry, the devil, and then we can go back rest here, put our mask back, so go to loadouts, get our, not the Spaventa army, the guys of Spaventa. And again, so let's go fast travel all the way to the theater. Okay, so the entry, Devil and Lito, we'll need to go talk to Lito, but you know, see, all of these guys are here. So first, you know, I think I'm going to talk to Messenate, which is our merchant.
Justice, order, and inevitability.
A return to the natural state.
Hand it here. The final piece.
And that completes justice.
Finally, those arrogant fools. Oh, I have waited so long for this moment.
We have waited.
Oh my God. Oh my God, it's happening. Metanate, finally we...
Mecenate,
No,
not Messenate, you know.
Peace.
Americans.
My services are yours, as is my trust.
So now we got the aspect, by the way, that is also a trophy for getting all the aspects. So let's make sure that
I saw the blasted fool.
we exhausted the whole dialogue.
Ah, my business is the pick, a glow, and a bard.
Okay, and now we can buy the rest of the things. So I don't need tools, but you know, buy the other weapons. There is no more perigems, but we have 2 Austral lines. So you run out of funds, then go sell stuff. So we have valuable shells. There is a bunch of valuable shells here. We'll sell this thing and collect all of this Memoria. We don't need that much, but let's sell 50 of those. Then go buy the other line. And these are the rest of the upgrade materials. You can get some of them. You need the severe braided later on. I think we will need to respec at some point in time, but at the moment this is all that we needed. We collect this thing, and let's just make sure that we exhausted all of this.
Dally not and hand it over. Come, hands. A hammer falls, such beauty that
I think he was supposed to give me a hammer, but I think he did that last time. So we are done talking to Mecenate and also to the merchant. From here, let's go talk to Lito.
The hermit. One cannot run from an idea. Haunter is the haunted.
knowledge is a path to
A feeble mind may crush itself.
So we completed this tale now.
Action exists without reaction. Such arbitrary rip and tear paint the land. You have no mouth.
So we completed the devil.
Flesh is a tool. Your mind the interpreter. It's allowing one by you just fear the answer.
So now we got also the last one. And I think we should go and talk to him once more.
The universe. This is but seek solace in color.
Just make sure that we collected everything. And at this point, folks, you know, all the actors are in place, and we should talk, you know, to that guy out there. Felta is going to show up, and don't talk to her.
Puppet, come. We must speak.
So at this point here, I think we can still talk to Velta, but I am not sure. I am just going to rest here, and then I am going to make a save point on the game. We will be saving the game from here. We'll go to the system, quit to main menu, and I am going to do a be right back in between. Back to main. All I did was go over here, say upload, download, save data. I uploaded the data, and now I'm restarting the game with that done. Because there are 3 endings, and we'll go play through all of these endings. So we'll go. I think I'm not sure if we need to talk to Velta first or go talk to Puccinella. So let's go talk to Velta.
The voice is mine, yet all speak as one. You showed me that there is more than war. I am for Maya. You helped her find her. For Mecenate, you lifted his curse, restored for Letho. Truth be told, it is as opaque for us as do we all when the final battle draws near. No, ages come and go. All I recall is, yet one thing I am certain. Folklore and men were forever called your nemesis, your maker. Perhaps it's time for weigh these words. Perhaps it's time.
So we agree with her. And then we got this entry, the God of Man.
Perhaps it's time for true change. Perhaps it's time for true change.
So once we are done here, don't think there is anything else we need to do. Now we need to go talk to Pulcinella.
So begins the end, my friend. Strale velata, a twisted reflection of Arlecchino. Make no mistake, however. I see all. No, but carve this into the wood. That being said, whatever end we meet, it has been a delight to compose the song of change together. Heed each step. Heed each step.
Okay, so this whole thing have
us.
changed. The curtain has opened, and now we go to the Vela Strata. You can talk to these actors here, and all of them, you know, some of them is the one that you have masks. Fantolino, Laudomia. So all of those are part. Little Krabby, you know, the guy out there, Lito, and everybody. And we do have people over here. I have not. No, we don't. All right, so now once you go through the curtain, we're going to the Valle Strata or Strale Velata. Let's go to Strale Velata. And that reminds me so much of Elden Ring, folks. I don't know if this is on purpose or not, but it does remind me of Elden Ring. So let's collect this entry, Strale Velata. And I frankly don't know what is that this piece of loot was doing here. Nothing on the sides. And then we'll go face Arlecchino. And of course, we will be looking for pieces of loot on the way.
So begins the end, my friend. Strale Velata, a twisted reflection of Arlecchino's shattered mind. I thank you. You are growing in might as well as mind. Your disobedience angered me, yet...
Yeah, it is indeed, right? Well, less the water and less
I
the...
did not miss it. Time, it was ice, like a childhood melody. Heed each step.
Yeah, but most of it, you know, it's pretty big throne. Let's put it this way. Just making sure, okay, piece of loot here. Pristine Maiolica. Nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing there. Well, like this imponent.
Also reminds me of the end of Zelda Twilight Princess.
Emma Gravo 18 just redeemed TTS English. Also reminds me of the end of Zelda Twilight Princess.
Oh, I need to switch this thing, man. I have not done it. Okay, so the curtain is going to fall. Let's make sure that we collect. Well, it doesn't matter if we're going to collect this because I am going to reload for, you know, the other ending. But yeah, since we are here, let's go collect, you know, all of this loot. The entry page. Chest, the whole 9 yards, right? So we'll do this. We need to do this the last time that we do it. So, but yeah, okay. And this is not going to be enough for another level. So we're just going to rest here because we want to rest here. And then we're going to face Arlecchino. And folks, frankly, you know, I have not defeated Arlecchino yet. So this is going to be my first encounter with Arlecchino. I have no idea how he plays, but you know, it shouldn't be that complicated. So let's make sure we have our flasks of this, because we're going to be throwing, hopefully, stuff on him. And
the swirling maelstrom of creation. Magnificent. Is it not? Now, time for your final act.
Well, that did not produce any result against him. Look at that. I think I'm going to switch my weapon. And let's do this the right way.
A private performance, just for you.
Oh, that caused some damage. I love the music.
I grow weary of this.
Okay, so he is going to heal. Look at that. Ah, mother. Did he just parry me? Wow. Ooh.
Pitiful puppets.
He did parry me, man. And he is simply sucking up all my... Okay, I got him this time. Okay, he's going to heal for the second time, and I think this is the last time that he will heal. Beautiful. Oh, not on the back. Oh, wow.
Restore.
Nice. Nice. Okay. So he just like killed me. Just like that, folks. So he goes into 3 phases, and the last one, it's that AoE is ridiculous.
A private performance, just for you. I grow weary of this.
Boy.
Pitiful puppets.
I think he will go again on the healing right now.
Enough games.
Yep.
Oh, puppy. Puppy.
Okay, well, I survived that. Jeez. He escaped. Oh no, I killed him.
How could
I killed him.
is
So,
impossible? Such
Lady Maria
imitation
from the... Oh!
Pulcinella. You always were.
Okay, so
destined.
two possible endings. One, we killed him.
This is
The other
not
one, we spared him.
Victory. Fool.
A performance for the ages, my dear friend. A standing ovation for the overture to the new world. Now, let us conclude this messy affair. Reach out. My power crippled by a script I did not write. I had no choice, you see. Naught but twisted mirror held to his corrupted visage could end this tragic tale. And so I toiled and tried, time and time again. The sole thing I had aplenty. Maker, made, and mold stand here. A vessel to begin anew. A salve for this wounded world. Now, reach out. Fulfill your purpose, dear friend.
Okay, so now we are faced with... so we got Arlecchino, and now we can either kill him or spare him. In any way, we'll need to fight him again.
Go on. Do not waver now. Our plan is almost complete. Reach out. Become one. Become better. Is much yet to do.
So that was one of the endings that we spared him. So now what I'm going to do here is go back over here, download, and we'll have to fight him again. Yeah, I was thinking, my apologies, I was thinking there were any PI data, but it is not. So we'll just go back to the game. And that is unfortunate because we'll have to collect all of that mess, or maybe not, I can collect that entries. Yeah, we need to reload the save. And now we killed Arlecchino for the second ending. And then there is a third ending. That we will need to respec in order to do that. But frankly, I don't remember how that is. But I'll figure that out. So we were here. I think I need to talk to Felta no matter what. So
the voice is you showed for Medford as when the
so let's skip all of this.
It's time for men to
Oh,
join
I
the demand.
disagree now.
Should one worthy
Or
rise
did
to
I
the
agree?
occasion? Perhaps it's time. Perhaps it's time. Perhaps it's
Yeah,
time.
I hope I agree with her.
True
So
change.
begins the make, but will that be? Heed each step. Heed each step. The
Okay, so
greatest
let's go
challenge stands
to the
before
curtain.
us.
Travel to Strale Velata once again. And I can now skip this because we already know what it is. Let me check what is this. So it's nothing. Look at the, oh yes it is. It is just like extra memoria. So we acquired the entry. Yeah folks, I'll make sure that we collect everything again so we don't miss any entry in the compendium. I think we need to do the compendium again anyway, so this is just a geode.
Reflection of Arlecchino's shattered mind. I did not, and it is time. It was I, like a childhood melody.
Okay. Did I miss anything here? So I know that there is stuff here. And we need to do this a third time. So why I am doing this? And this is just equipment. Okay. I think there is another entry all the way on the top, but I don't think there is anything here. So let's go up, and if it is, then it is. Yeah, all of this is just regular material. This is the important thing, the entry. Now, if I go to the companion, I should see everything. Where is the city of actors? Okay. Suspended throne. So Strale Velata 1, 2, 3, 4, and we should have actually 5 of those because I was quite sure that there was a part 5 in here. Anyway, so let's do not fret too much because the compendium is already missing pages. We'll need to do it on the NG+. So, or maybe there was a piece. Yeah, that is part 5 here, right? Yeah. So, let's open up and get Arlecchino. Second time.
Ah, the swirling maelstrom of creation. Magnificent.
And I'm going to skip this now, and we know that he is going to get him some holy water. Actually, I'm going to give him some Malano just for the and he is going to rise.
Is that fear I sense? I grow weary of this. I sense your maker. How unfortunate for you.
Make some grenade. My lines are totally not charging. Because I'm not physically hitting him. I'm just using some magic. Go second time.
It is enough games.
Yeah. So this is where he. I think we still need to go a third time. Yeah, so this is where he becomes really aggressive. Okay, so this is. Oh, he did not. He did not.
Oh, Poppy.
Okay, so now he did. Okay, so I think I killed him.
How could? It is impossible. Such imitation, crude. Pulcinella, you always were destined for my shadow. This is
I
not
think we need to just go
your
and
victory.
end him for good.
A performance for the ages, my dear friend. A standing ovation for the overture to the new world. Now, let us conclude this messy affair. Reach out. My power crippled by a script I did not write. I had no choice, you see. Naught but twisted mirror held to his corrupted visage could end this tragic tale. And so I toiled and tried, time and time again. The sole thing I had aplenty. Maker, made, and mold stand here. A vessel to begin anew, a salve for this wounded world. Now, reach out. Fulfill your purpose, dear friend. Go on. Do not waver now.
So we should have also a trophy for this ending.
Fool! Freedom of will does not beget wisdom! I was to help him be born anew, not supplant him with your faceless approximation. Does the puppet believe itself to be a man? Has rot grown roots within your wooden mind? I will carve your final chapter onto your body! You mockery of mankind!
So I think we fight Pulcinella now.
Face the bard that wills the song. Reality itself. Stop this madness!
Okay, so Pulcinella is also done. And now we get yet another trophy, and
What cruel machinations led you to this? It was them, wasn't it? Cursed divine beings. Eternal Maya upon mankind.
and now we have another one that is called
All
the
I
true
wanted
ending.
was to undo the madness unleashed. Arlecchino, my dear brother, I reach out to you within the blackness of the void beyond. My song ends. Yet in the primordial ink of creation, our song begins.
So I think we got almost everything that we needed. This is the true ending after you defeat Pulcinella. And I think this is pretty much it. So let's go take a look at our masks. So if we go over here and go take a look at the trophies. So this is the platinum, of course. This one, collect all the companions. To do this, no, there is no platinum. I'm going through all of the trophies that we need for the platinum, and one of them, so we defeated all of these guys. This trophy is collect all the companions. So to do this, you will need the NG plus for this too. Okay. On the companion, there are some entries that I was right on the beginning on the tutorial and they did not record. So you need to go to NG plus. When one thing is collecting all of the companion entries, the other one is to unlock all the companion entries. And to unlock them, you need to complete some side quests that are not available. So all the mask perks in the Path of Innovators, I'll show you this, but you need to go to the Path of Innovators and collect every single node that is in there. There is another trophy that is mean. All the lines in the game, some of these lines are going to be available on NG+. And this guy here, ultra rare, it is defeat the strongest enemies while wearing their own mask. You need to go back and defeat every single one in NG+ wearing their own masks. Meaning, so for Arlecchino, you need to wear Arlecchino masks. For Curtis, you need to wear Curtis mask. So you need to defeat the bosses using their own masks. This one, our song begins, compose a new song. I think this is very easy. You just need to go and play one of the lutes. But these are the ones that we are missing for the trophy. So everything else, I think this is actually one of the endings. So let me just do a good quick check here on ChatGPT, which is my friend. How to achieve our songs begins trophy. Is awarded reaching our song begins ending, so which is different from the true ending. The key difference is you do not complete the final Velta steps entering the ending sequence. How to unlock. Progress to the game. If you complete it for Velta will appear. Do not speak to Velta. If you speak to her, do not agree to the request. Okay, speak to Pulcinella, defeat Arlecchino, do not talk to Pulcinella, attack Arlecchino, and this triggered the secret boss fights with Pulcinella. Defeat Pulcinella to see our song begin endings and unlock the trophy. So, there are 3 endings. There is much to do except Pulcinella. Then our song begins, attack Arlecchino after defeating him without taking Velta's path. Okay, so let's try to do this, because I think I may have already talked to Velta and agreed with her, but let's try that. And that may have been my mistake, which is okay. I'm human. No, yeah, you need to do 2, and some of those, man, are a pain. So I get all the masks. That ending is, so we miss one end, and then we need the 2 runs to get the other 2 trophies, and that will trigger also the platinum. So let's check that really quick. And let's see if we can fix this. I think I saved it before talking to Velta. Hopefully. And at this point, I am not really... So, if let's disagree here. And we can try that.
Perhaps it's time for men to join the divine.
And we disagree.
So begins, make no mistake, but couple that heed each step. The greatest.
So now we disagreed with Velta, and let's see over here what actually happened. Okay, do not speak. If you do speak to her, do not agree. Okay, speak to Pulcinella, defeat Arlecchino. Do not talk to Pulcinella, instead attack Arlecchino, and then the secret boss fight against Pulcinella, and our endings, our song begins ending. Let's see if this is true. Okay, let's make sure that we collect this entry in the well, we do have a waypoint anyway after this. If I'm going to save the game here, I can go back to that corridor and make sure that I can go back. So I'm not worried about these entries here, although I am going to collect.
A twisted reflection of Arlecchino's shattered mind. I did not understand. I like a childhood.
All right.
Distant, worn down Adam. Echo my
Yeah, it's easy to miss. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we had alternate endings in Elden Ring as well, so I think this game got so much inspiration on Elden Ring, but it is 100% Italian. All the bosses, the CEO, everything, they are all Italians. So, and of course the folklore Italian is in this whole game, the soul of this game. So, and to be frank, before I go in there, I totally enjoyed the game. I think this is a very small studio. The game is plagued with bugs. It is not a new game, but it's been suffering some updates. But it's still, at this point, most of this should have already been fixed.
A private performance just for you.
And of course I am playing in the story mode, which makes the game a little easier. But it makes it perfect for, you know, streaming and video. At least you have an idea for a walkthrough. This is more than enough.
I grow weary of this. Pitiful puppies.
Stay put, man. Jeez.
A lucky blow.
Yeah, I think I'm going to switch here. So this way I can use my lines. Okay, he is supposed to go and heal again.
I see your maker. How unfortunate.
He blocked me, man. Incredible. Again, he blocked me again.
You twisted not enough games.
Oh, I may finish him right now. Oh no. He ended up healing. Here he goes again. Okay, so now we go and hit Pochinella. Yeah, I like the NG Plus.
Go on. Do not waver now. Our plan is almost complete. You arrogant...
Oh, I am unmasked now. Look at that.
Know your place.
I am unmasked. This is totally different.
Face the bard that wills the song.
Okay, so I think this is the last, this is the other, our song begin. Yep, so this is the other one.
Led you to this? Must betrayal be at the heart of my story?
All I wanted was to undo the madness unleashed. Arlecchino, my dear brother, I reached out to you within the blackness of the void beyond. My song ends. Yet in the primordial ink of creation, our song.
So if you take a look at the team, you're going to see that all of those guys, the CEO, the art director, they're all Italians, and this is, I think it's a great moment for Italy. You know, I think it's a great game. In my perspective, the graphics were fantastic, the story was great, the concept was amazing, and I totally enjoy it. So the CEO is Giacomo Greco.
When facing you was not enough, I fell off.
Andrea Beneducci, Edoardo Basile. So all of these guys are, you know, Luca Franzo, Stefano Macellan. So all of this, it's Italian guys. So I totally enjoyed that, you know. I think we can go from here. I don't know how to pass. This doesn't speed up, unfortunately. But once this whole thing it's done, I think the NG Plus will show up. This is one thing I understand, that the art, well, it's supposed to be, you know, showing the credit, all of that, but when you have NG Plus, you should have a way to, you know, speed up these credits. I don't think there is a lot of credits, but still, you know, I believe it that nobody, who reads this, really? Let's be realistic, you know. It speed up so much that I missed like a ton of names.
I acted well, I played the part, till people came to see our tales and stories, giving them illusions of being free, trapped in
Man, come on. Let's go to NG Plus. Let's see if I can do this. And I think I can go back to Mecenate and check to see, you know, if there is any more lines or anything that I missed. But I think I'm missing just 3 trophies. All the entries in the compendium, unlock all the entries. That to unlock, you need to kill every single enemy 50 times. It is just like, makes no sense. You know, that is a horrible grinding trophy. Horrible. Most of them we already have all the way to 30 because we've been farming masks, and those guys, quite sure, you know, you should have between 30 and 50. And then when you go to NG Plus, then you should see every single one entry like 50 enemies. If you have not done that, then that trophy will not unlock. I'll show you the trophy really. So while this thing is popping up, let's go back on the trophies for, okay, not this one. Let's go over to Enotria. And now let's check the trophies here again. So 38 out of 44, meaning we're missing 6 trophies. One of them is the platinum. So So this one is to collect all the companions. That one is not difficult, but when you go through NG+, you can collect all of that. There is a wiki on the web that you can actually go and take a look if you have all of them. This one is complicated because to unlock all the companion entries, you will need to kill each enemy 50 times. So these two are combined because you can collect them. That will name the enemy. That will tell, okay, you killed this enemy 10 times, you killed this enemy 20 times, 30 times, and then the 50th time is when you unlock that companion entry. So this one, all the mask perks in the Path of Innovators, I'll show you this too. You need to unlock every single node in the Path of Innovators. This one, all the lines in the game, that should be easy. Some of those lines will be available in NG+. This guy here, let me see, defeat the storm while wearing their own masks. So you need to wear the masks when you're fighting the boss. And that's it. Every single other one we already collected. So if you want to pursue the platinum, you know what you need to do. So now there is a new game 1. If you want to start it, a new game 1, will not be able to return to the current cycle. So we'll say no here. Oh, we'll say no here. Don't tell me I said yes. Oh, come on. Good thing that I saved the game, right? So, okay, I said no. So from here, let's go talk to Mecenati. Let's see, because I think Mecenati should... Oh, I think... Oh, did I start an NG+? Let's see. No, I don't think so. Okay, new game 1. That's a new entry in the menu. So if we want to do it, then we can do it. But if you remember, I missed some entries here on Strale Velata. I am going back and pick that up. Some of that material. So I missed this guy. That is that entry out there. And then, you know, that one is part of the compendium. Then we can open up this chest. And now if you want to play with a different loadout so we've been here, so this is all unlocked. There was one compendium entry in here that we pick it up. There is nothing in this area here that I remember. So let's we go inspect this. This is just the end arena. There is nothing here. And let's inspect the compendium to understand. Okay, so to understand what we actually have. So this is part of the new, this error that you're seeing is part of the new patch that came in like last week. And this patch allows you to actually save the games 3 different ways. But one of the trophies is to unlock every single node in here. So we'll acquire this, we'll acquire this. So this is okay for here. And so this takes care of 2 trees. And ladies and gentlemen, look at it. This node here is 300 and this node here is 300. you need to grind a lot of this so you can have every single line in the path of innovators, and make sure you light up all of them, otherwise you won't have the trophy. And right now I don't have enough anymore, so this is 70, so we need like 400. We were able to do 2 trees, and then we have all of this tree here. So pretty sad, as a matter of fact. I left the last tree in here. So all of these perks you need to unlock in order to get a trophy, and that's only available on NG+. Let's go back and talk to Mecenate, to the Theaters of the Mask, Mecenate, and let's see if he has any extra weapons on the game. So every time I come over here, there is this broken Maiolica. It's a different piece of upgrade every single time, so it may be Maiolica or not.
Hear that sound? Bliss sight.
So let's see what we can buy here. No weapons. Okay, so we get 1 extra parry gem, and there are no lines. So only on NG+, I think we should see some in here. The weapons, there are a bunch of weapons. At this point, you can, mess up with some of the other weapons. This one in here is what I recommend. Don't forget that the game do have a jump attack that does a little bit more damage than the regular attack. This is pretty much like Elden Ring. A lot of people when play Elden Ring does not take advantage of the jump attack, which does a ton of damage, especially with this weapon. This weapon is amazing. So all of this, it's pretty much done. I don't think we need anything else in here. So we are ready to go to NG+. So let's see how NG+ works. But before we do that, we go into System Quit and let's do a save. Now, by the way, if you are running on PS5, you need to switch this to do manual saving like I am doing. Otherwise, your game is synced to the cloud. Every time you stop, there is an automatic upload. And normally you only download if there is a problem on your console. So, content providers, streamers always use this. On the PC, you'd save a file. On the console, you do this. On the Xbox, you're totally doomed. Xbox doesn't allow you to do that. So at least the last time I played the Xbox, I do have an Xbox, and it's been more than a year since I touched it. I was considering actually selling it. So, but this is the new feature, the save data restoration. That patch came last week, and now you can choose how to restore your progress using daily backup, last session, or last checkpoint. So if you go to load the save from the Mask of Change, for example, or the guides, this is the last one. If you want to load this save, it was supposed to ask I don't think this thing is working. It's supposed to ask you, are you want to go do this or not? Anyway, since we saved the game, we can just go and start NG+. And I'll go through the tutorial again just to make sure all the entries in the compendium cracked. Oh, it does not allow me to go through the tutorial. Look at that. I am here. So this is a compendium. Oh man, that is pretty sad. But you know, if I go to the compendium, this first part here, it is supposed to be the tutorial. How should you actually go? All right, so let's have some fun here really quick. We do have some time. I think I'm going to cut this stream earlier today because we just finished the game, but we will play with different weapons. So this weapon at this level, it's pretty much a total kill, right? Well, unless the enemies are actually getting also stronger, but we'll see. Normally on NG+, the monsters get a little better. So this is Gracia, nice, and there is a Scepter of the Void. Man, I kind of like this. So let's equip this, and let's equip the Scepter of the Void, and let's see what that thing do. You know, this is, oh man, beautiful weapon. Ooh, look at this, man. Can we upgrade these weapons here? No, we, okay, so this is, doesn't have any ammo, but there is one right in the end of this road. We'll see how that works. And I'm quite sure all my, oh, maybe not all the corda are unlocked. We'll find out right now how these guys behave. Oh man, I'm not doing any damage to them. Look at that. They have really gained more life. Yeah, man, we do need the upgrade weapons in order to be able to play this. So let's forget about this dude here. And let's go all the way to the next. And I think there is an level that we can upgrade the weapon here. And look at that. There is no ammo here. The next one is at the city, but can we fast travel? We cannot. So we basically went back to the game, and unfortunately I'll have to use my upgrade weapon until I get a better place. What is my... So we do have an Emerald Maiden here, which is pretty good. But Funereal is... So we can use the Blasted Rapier, but this is it. So before, you know, I'm not going to spend time with these guys, not going to spend time with these guys. We're just going to ignore them. And let's go do the things that we need to do. I wonder if there will be any more Armoria. Okay, so we back in business. Okay, so this was an Armoria expansion, and it is. but we did not upgrade it. Because, see, we still only have 20, so we cannot do anything with that. So
Yo, sorry for being late. Just sat down in front of the PC.
Black Scorpion
yo,
1313.
Black Scorpion, man, you
redeemed
just
TTS
missed
English.
all the action,
Yo,
dude.
sorry for being late. Just sat down in front of the PC.
So, why are we here and we are talking about Souls game, right? Yeah, more sap. I want just to go and upgrade that weapon. I was playing with Mortal Shell. There will be Mortal Shell number 2. Unfortunately, I'm not a big content provider, so I did not get any access, early access or anything, so I don't have any input on that. But I was looking and playing a little bit of Mortal Shell, the enhanced edition, and I have to tell you, as a game, that game is frustrating. Not because you die a lot, but because the mentality of that game is not a fighting mentality. Hey, Emagrefo, did you ever play Mortal Shell? And if you did play that, you understand what I'm saying. The game is pretty much you go and evade all of the guys or the enemies and so just go collect the things in the game, you know, say, dude, it makes no sense. Yeah, I tell you what, don't spend your money on it. Don't spend it because it's quite frustrating. If you decide to go and fight the enemies, the concept is fine, okay? There is a parry, and to parry you need to build your character resolve up to a point. Okay, articulate the scepter, go sell your view to somebody else. You've just been blocked. Thank you. Yeah, so again, you know, I was playing the game earlier, not today, but you know, during the weekend because Mortal Shell 2 is coming out. And boy, I got frustrated because the concept is fine. You have these shells that you inhabit. You know, every single shell has a different characteristics. There is one that, you know, pretty big tank. Your life goes from here to here. But then you don't fight the enemies. All you go is just go through the area collecting things and avoiding every single thing, because if you fight them, although the concept is good, you do have a parry block and a riposte. Once you parry, you can come back and do some damage. The damage that you do is not enough, and the enemies just take some good time. And if you do fight 2 or 3 of them, most likely they're going to hit you. The concept of healing is not through flasks. It's not that the gameplay is heavy, it's simply a frustrating system because you do have those little mushrooms that respawn by time. It's not, you know, every time you die, you go collect flasks, or your flasks are ready, you have a certain quantity like we have in here. We have ammonia, and then, you know, you have X amount of ammonia, and once you run out, you cannot heal anymore. It is not like that. You have little mushrooms that do a heal over time. You collect them, and then they are gone for, you know, 30 seconds, I think, a whole, or maybe more, 3 minutes, because they appear to take forever to respawn. And all they do is a small heal over time. So you get hit, they take big chunks of your life. If you do not harden enough in time, the timing has to be. I did play Demon Souls. Demon Souls is awesome. All the Souls games are pretty good. I like From Software. Every single one of them. I love that really good from Software. Demon Souls, Dark Souls, 1, 2, 3, all of that stuff, Elden Ring. But there are other games that did a pretty good job in terms of being Souls-like. I think this is a very nice Souls-like game. Especially an entry level. If you never played Souls-like, this is a pretty good one. Let me see if I can upgrade this guy. Oh boy, look at that. I don't have enough. Gee whiz. So how about the fatherless support? This is the guy that I wanted. Okay, this also only go to 5. Okay, we will need to get more. So, bottom line, see if you miss any of those entries, they are back, and then you can pick it up. But I'll need a brand new game in order to get all of those entries due to the tutorial messing up. So that, I think this is oh yeah, so Neo really Neo 1 is pretty good. Okay, so pretty good, I mean, for a new Souls player, that thing is frustrating. You're going to die so freaking many times, and the game is also a little unforgiving, meaning, the enemies hit hard and you don't have a lot of heals. And that's exactly what I love about Elden Ring. Elden Ring is a game that has the perfect balance. You got your heals, the enemies do damage, you still have a way to recover from your mistakes without dying in one hit. They will not one-shot you. So it is a process. Then you have Neo 2, which was a massive evolution against Neo 1. Pretty good. And then you have Neo 3, which is, for my perspective, a masterpiece. Pretty much like Elden Ring, Neo 3 is incredible. I think it's a fantastic soul game. It's not just that about Elden Ring, and believe me, I love that game. I love it. Both the main game and the DLC are just perfect pieces. I did not enjoy Night Rain. I'll see the value on that, but as you can see, Night Rain has actually faded. But people still play Elden Ring. Don't get me wrong. If you go on the stream on Twitch, there are people streaming and playing, and there are viewers for Elden Ring. So Elden Ring is just a fantastic piece of software for many, many reasons. The world is vast. It's rewarding. The exploration is amazing. The story behind all of those characters, super, very well done. Of course, we have R.R. Martin behind this with all the dragons. But right on the beginning, we had a fight with a dragon. We got 4 or 5 dragons in the game. Oh, more than that. Maybe 8 dragons in the game, including one by the end of the game that is very missable. Okay, so, and it is an incredible piece of software. Incredible. Just like you don't die on the first hit, you have time to heal, you have multiple different builds that you can play the game with. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I bought Night Rain, and man, what a disappointment it was for me. You need to go online, find people. At this point in time, I don't even know the state of Night Rain. How many people are playing that? How difficult it is for you to have a game on Night Rain if you don't have your buddies all playing the game on a private party, and you have to wait for people to join. And some of those guys really suck, okay? So, meaning your game is going to suck. So, yeah, Night Rain does not have anything to offer me. So, but Elden Ring, man, the playability of the game, you play, let's say you want to play a strength character or just a dex, or a sword or board, or you want, just to have a big weapon. See, I prefer Battle Mage. I like to play in distance. I like space. Some people like to play melee. Yeah. I really don't enjoy. You know what Night Rain reminds me, and I really don't like it either, is this shooting game that a lot of people play. Man, I just forgot it. Oh my. Dude. I hate those games, but a lot of people play that. It's not PUBG, but it's very similar. You just drop and you need to run, and a storm is coming. Yeah, Fortnite, man. What a waste of time, really. Okay, I don't have anything against the game. If you like it, that's your problem. But for me, what is really the challenge of Fortnite? The game is always the same every single time. So you just drop a bunch of people, and then you run, open chests, then the storm is coming, everybody converges to a single point. It's pretty much like Night Rain. Same concept, every time is the same thing. There is nothing changed. I haven't been playing Elden Ring in more than a year. I can tell you, I go back and I'll still have a lot of fun. Lots of mechanics, day, night, collecting stuff. But I've done it. I platinum that game, but it is just like I still enjoy playing with a different build. Let's say that I want some challenge. I just go and play, as a big sword, just strength. Let's say I'm playing Elden Ring, but I can only level strength. I'll play Elden Ring, but I can only go intelligence. I play Elden Ring, but I can only do a shield bash, or I'll play with a bow. Okay, yeah. For people, there are people that enjoy this type of game, Souls game, with a story behind to support, beautiful story, the whole thing. So that's why I enjoy. So folks, in here, we are pretty much done. We have everything that was supposed to do. The next thing we need to do is just start killing things. I'm not really sure if this is going to work as I expect, but I'm going to try to demo in terms of how many things, how many people do we need to kill. And let's see if we can unlock an entry. So, by the way, see, every single one of these weapons is collectible on the game, and some of them are pretty much random. You only get so many of them after killing these guys. And you will get a tally every time you kill these folks. You will get a tally. Okay, there is a dog here. I don't think we get points for killing the dog, but I would love, you know. Okay, so this Verse of Vigor, I think it is a brand new entry. So there is a dude here.
Just take presents like gravitas.
Okay, so that is a second Silver Wasp. You already have one updated. I want to see. Okay, sizzling. Oh, we already have that. I want to see some of this guy. So we already have these entries. So if you miss any of those companion entries, they should be in the same place at the same time. In here we have one of those rifts. There is a guy that is all the way over to the top. There is that dude down there that we can kill him later. But in here, we can just drop. Open up this chest. Okay, so now we'll have Curtis. I don't. Well, that's open from the other side. Then we'll need to go up and through the other way and face Curtis. I wonder how Curtis is going to behave in an NG Plus game. We don't need to fight those guys. There is this is the lumberjack. So let's see if it gives me an entry on how many lumberjacks I have killed. Well, did not. Anyway, so I was trying to, man, I just want to be able to kill and get an entry that says you killed X many of those. Okay, all I get is old fork. Oh, there is stuff here. Yeah, man, I tell you what, a story is what makes the game, really. You know, the playability, everything is fine, but if you don't have a good story, then you really don't have a game. So Curtis is out there, and what I'm going to do is put Curtis' mask. Just make sure that, you know, we fight the boss with his mask. So that is part of the trophy, and of course I'm going to take this out because Curtis is no joke on an NG+. He can actually make some pretty good damage. And we are going to use... Where is my weapon? There you go. So the good thing also is that Curtis always have some
Come closer.
yeah, I am here, man. You made a point, but jeez, Curtis, come on, man. Oh, he is so dead, man. He is so dead. Come on, 5. And we killed him with his own mask, so... And we got the roll back, and then we can go and proceed to the second part. But I think you guys got the point, right? So I will be stopping the stream. There is another part here that I want to do. Let's... Let's do this really quick. Open up this shortcut and then let's go up here. I'm not really worried about any of this. There are a couple of enemies here. There is one right here. And you guys notice that I'm a little more aggressive this time. It's just like I'm in play mode, not the streaming mode, so this is a little bit more aggressive than the regular tone down. Oh, he is down there. This guy is also done. I just wanted to see, you know, an entry in the companion that says, okay, you killed X many people, but I guess we already killed all of these guys many times. So I'm going to check the compendium really quick to see if I can go on the people of Quinta Vendetta Part 2, Blessed Night Part 2. So those deities, we got this, we got, okay, the people, Flawed Vest of Change, Part 3. Okay, this is what I mean. You get Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. Every single one of them is a number of times that you actually killed these dudes, okay? So, I killed these guys 50 times. I think Part 3 is 50. Force of Change, I have not done anything. Sharp Retort, yes. Piercing Wit, yes. Half-Eaten Actor, we missing them a lot. So every single, so these guys, we killed them 30 times. Part 2 is 30 times. Townsfolk, we already killed all of them. Blacksmith, so I have not killed enough blacksmiths, so we need to kill blacksmith. Lumberjack, I killed them 30 times. So there are a couple of lumberjacks right on the beginning, and if we kill them enough, yeah, in the zone, man, yes, you bet. Yeah, so if you kill them enough on Shores or Quinta, then that entry should pop up, and that's a grinding. You just need to go when you don't have anything else to do and you feel totally bored. You just go and do these things. And these guys, we already killed them, so not really worried about them. There is another one in here, but I'm just going to use this really quick. Go up and pick up that lumberjack. Forget about those guys. Pick up this guy. Actually, we can. We have another one on the top. So this is a lumberjack, and there is another one right there on the top. And actually, that is the sequence that I should have actually been doing. Go to the top first. Kill that lumberjack. Not that one, that is a gardener. Which I'm done because I already have. So these guys, I should have been done with them because I do have their masks. Oh, come on, man. Okay, so we'll need to do this a lot of grinding. So that's it. I think you already got the point. So what is that we have left for Thursday? Guys, you will not believe it, but I got totally bored again with Diablo 4. Man, you know, Diablo 4, I did the whole series on hardcore mode. I pretty much built 4 different builds for this season. Pretty much done with this whole thing. And you, sir. Let's see. Yeah, that's how it's done. So I cannot play any more Diablo 4, but I've been enjoying a lot, and I am going to start doing Path of Exile. I tried Last Epoch. I found it a little boring too. Concept is good, nice, but Path of Exile got me. on the nerves. So I have not finished anything on Path of Exile. So look at that. That is a bug. The rendering on the bottom of the screen, it's totally messed up. We're missing some pixels in there. Yeah, man, this thing just got rendered in a totally different way. We're missing the bottom of the triangles or the rectangles or the squares. And okay, now it's fixed. Look at this thing, man. Incredible. So see, this is another thing. For a game this old, this kind of bugs are not acceptable. I'm sorry, Amici, but you guys need to go and polish the game. I'm sorry. But let's go back to Path of Exile. I have not finished the campaign. I've been playing with certain kind of classes in Path of Exile, trying to figure out, okay, if I'm going to play Path of Exile and I am brand new to Path of Exile, which I am, should I invest in... Oh, I already fixed it. I already fixed it on the bottom. If you go back to the stream, you're going to see it later on. But on Path of Exile, the game can be intimidated. So if you're a brand new player to action RPGs and okay, I'll put it this way, your entry level is Diablo 4. Good game, but after a while, just the grinding, the repetitive things for you to go into high torment levels and do not get anything in return. Season after season, without any really new mechanics on the game, I think, it get a little boring. At least for me as a player, after playing hardcore level and doing builds on high torment levels, I don't think it is a good investment of my time to keep on playing that game. So I look into the next action RPG, and I had two other options on the table. So we have Last Epoch, which is a pretty interesting concept, and it does have an interesting way of playing, and we have Path of Exile. So, and basically we have two different Path of Exile. So, Diablo 4, I think, is your entry-level action RPG. That's why it's so popular. It's a great game, don't get me wrong, but I think I exhausted the content and I'm getting really bored. Same thing is going to happen to you. Once you go through the main campaign, to the DLC, to the latest Lord of Hatred, then, things open up a little bit more, but it's still some frustrations with that game. Now, I got bored. What is my next step? Last Epoch, it's a good next step for, the regular player. Don't go to Path of Exile all the way, because Path of Exile can be intimidating. A lot of different things. So, I have not even... See, my playtest this week on Path of Exile got me all the way to level 10. That's the maximum that I went. I have not even finished Act 1. So I'm still learning certain things on the game, but I think I got a grasp on that game, and I don't feel it that is really that intimidating. The game, from my perspective, is pretty simple. Okay, you pick up a class, and you are not actually locked in a class. So you can do anything with that class provided that you have the appropriate gem and the appropriate support system for that, because in Path of Exile, you have gems that do your skills. So you find the gems, then you can do whatever you want all the way, and I don't know how that play at the end game because I have not reached that way. But why Path of Exile? It's free. For a free-to-play game, that game is amazing. You know, it costs $0, and it has hours and hours and hours and hours of playability, and it is really good stuff. So we have a whole campaign to play as a brand new player, because I am a brand new player in Path of Exile, and my main decision was, should I play Path of Exile 1 or Path of Exile 2? I have not tried Path of Exile 2. I do have the game. I will make that call until Thursday. But I am very, very inclined to think I am going to do Path of Exile 1, the original, and that will pave the road, let's put it this way, for anybody that wants to transition to Path of Exile 2. So there are some constraints on that idea. First, there is a tool for Path of Exile called Path of Build. I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to start with any build. We're going to do, free game, man. Path of Exile is free. If you go to your PlayStation, you just go download that thing. And believe me, if you like this kind of games, action RPG, it is an incredible game. Really, really good. Everything else has a price, right? So there are, Fortnite. Fortnite is free to play. Path of Build is also free to play. However, if you want to spend money, you can spend money. There are a lot of cosmetics, and I think that's how the devs actually are making some money. Path of Building 2 is paid. So you have to pay, I think, $30 on the Steam, $29.99 depending on your currency. It should be equivalent for $30. So if you are in Brazil, we are talking like maybe 150 reals. Fortnite is free, man, but then again, it's so repetitive. I have nothing against Fortnite. If you enjoy Fortnite, by all means, go for it. It is not for me. I like games that I have to use my mind. Okay, so Path of Exile is a great example. Everybody think it's very intimidating. I will prove to you that the game is actually quite simple. Everybody can play that game, That is nothing different than Diablo 4 in Path of Exile. The concept is a little different. You don't have a set tree that you need to go and assign points, and that is it. You're locked behind that. No, you are not. In Path of Exile, you have gems, and every single gem... All right. Yeah, well, I don't hate it. I think it's a great piece of software. The developers are making, really good money out of that. People are getting entertained. And for that, I'm all for that. But if everybody loved the green, what would be of the red, right? That's why we have choices, we have taste, we have different flavors. So you like Fortnite? Nice. You like, the shooting aspect of that? Go for it. I don't. So
I have a pretty bad experience with Fortnite. Not the game, but I got my account hacked and all my money was used to buy Fortnite coins. Ever since then, that game makes me angry.
Yeah,
Not the game,
that is...
but I got my account hacked and all my money was used to buy Fortnite coins. Ever since then, that game makes me angry.
Yeah, I don't blame it, especially because in today's world, it's not if you're going to get hacked, it's just a matter of when you're going to get hacked. All my accounts have like multiple steps to log in, probably a pass key if one is allowed, and a system that, okay, you ask for authorization and that has to come to my authenticator for me to authenticate and allow access to the account. So that's what I recommend. So on Path of Exile, you can link your Arc account. So I think it is Arc. I don't know if it's not, because there is also Neverwinter, which is another RPG that I was looking. I played Neverwinter, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago. And it is a pretty decent free-to-play, fantasy game as well. So Neverwinter Nights, it's fantastic. It came in free for the PC. I think it is free.
Unfortunately, PSN accounts are laughably easy to hack.
Black Scorpion 1313 just redeemed TTS
Yeah.
English. Unfortunately, PSN accounts are laughably easy to hack.
Yeah, that's where you need passwords with 20 plus characters. That's what I have. Blockchains to actually, ensure that your password is encrypted and secure. All that stuff, right? So the amount of passwords that I have personally, it's incredible. Everybody in this new state of technology should have about 300, 350, 400 different sites that you require password. One thing that I did and I do recommend as a former, worker of a high company, and being really wary of security, fraud, identity theft, data protection, all of this is
Not even if you have the name and the information, you can just use customer service to get it back, and no one asked any questions about it.
Not
man.
even if you have the name and the information, you can just choose customer service to
Yeah,
get
well,
it back.
let me
and
tell
no
you
one
this.
asked any
Your
questions about it.
information is all over the dark web. Name, phone number, age, address, even my social security is all over the dark web. Now, one thing that I do recommend is separate your personal email from your account's email. So I do recommend this to everybody. The emails that I use for my PlayStation, for every single service, has nothing to do with my personal email. My personal email is all over the dark web, and that is fine. People is not going to be able to hack it because it has authenticator of that. But if you use that to go to PlayStation, it won't work because the accounts don't match. So separate your personal email, the one that you use every single day, from the emails that you use to log in. That's the first thing you do. The second thing is, I don't want to use this
That is
stream.
why I'm paranoid and use Linux with virtual machines
Black
and containers to
Scorpion
separate my
Yeah.
access from multiple
1313 just
accounts.
redeemed TTS English.
And
That
I
is
think
why
you're
I'm
right.
paranoid and use Linux with virtual machines and containers to separate
Well, it doesn't
my
have to
access
be
from
Linux. You
multiple
can use
accounts.
Windows machines as well. But the whole point is Microsoft account, Apple account, whatever you try to log in using a Microsoft account, Microsoft already knows everything that you're doing, okay? You logged in, you use your browser. Oh, let me sync your browser. Log in here. Don't do that. I don't do it. You have a local system account on your system. Just use your password, admin name, password, or workgroup / your username, and then do a local password, and the hell with your identity, okay? So try to protect yourself and don't go into the details. The problem is that 99.9% of the consumers out there don't know that, okay? Yeah, Linux, what is the advantage of Linux? The Linux, you don't have a Microsoft account. Simple like that. You do a local account like in the good old Windows system. Okay, your account is contained, it is simple, and it is local to your computer, unless you have a domain, which at the home you won't have it. So you're doing local administration, local, pretty much like Linux does. Okay, so simple like that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm also peeved with Microsoft. That was my main reason to switch to Linux. And I synchronize nothing. I don't trust these companies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you shouldn't. You shouldn't trust them.
But it was my main reason to switch to Linux.
And
I synchronize nothing.
Personally,
I don't trust
I
these
worked
companies.
for Microsoft for 18 years, guys. So I know that product pretty well, very, very well, and it is a good product. There is nothing wrong with Microsoft product. But lately, with this internet thing, that thing got out of control. Okay, it's too much responsibility for a company to take care of your data. And once they get hacked, your data is exposed. I'll tell you what happened with me. So back 25 years ago, I had an account with AT&T for my first cellular phone, and where you have to provide your social security number. So I provide them. We're talking 25 years ago. 3 years from today, I think 3 years ago, AT&T got hacked. My data was still in their systems 25 years ago. The responsibility that this company had was absolutely zero. My private data leaked, and all they did was send me an email saying, your data leaked, okay? They have absolutely no responsibility. Our government don't make them to pay. It's simple like that. So your data is exposed, your identity is exposed, you have problems, and frankly, nobody cares. So that's why you shouldn't trust those corporations. Your data shouldn't be on their databases. And if they have the data on the database, they ask for it, they should be the caretakers of that. And if that information leaks, they should be penalized. But they are not. So the ones that pay the prices are us. We individuals, hard workers, we end up paying the price. So this stream ended up becoming a very interesting political discussion. All of this because I finished the game, and all of this because I'm deciding to go, what is the next step? We're going to do Path of Exile. I still have not made a call with Path of Exile 1 or 2, but I am very, very inclined to do Path of Exile 1 simply because it is free and it doesn't cost anything. Anybody can have it. And believe me, folks, that game is fantastic. I've been playing all the way. I'm at level 9 right now. I try multiple different approaches and classes. I tried the melee class. I tried range class. I'm a range guy. You guys know that. I like the distance. So there are multiple styles.
Unfortunately, good enough is enough for most people despite the risks and headaches. I'm baffled at how some of these things happen and their reaction to it. That's why I like the open source community. It's not perfect, but I find it better than most companies. Anyway, enough of cybersecurity. Let's get back to the fun games.
Yeah, we can have this discussion on Discord.
Better than most companies.
And
enough of
of course we have.
Let's get back to the fun games.
Many different perspectives, points of views, and experiences. That is fine. Everybody have to carry their own. do this thing over Discord where we can have an open conversation. But, you know, going back to the fun in the games over Path of Exile, which it's the next big step for me. I was thinking in actually doing something else, you know, like another Souls-like game. Let me get out of here so I can show to you guys. So this is Path of Exile. We're going to do, I just played 16 hours, you know, 16 hours. What is this? That is my whole experience with Path of Exile, 16 hours. But that is Mortal Shell that I was fiddling with. Neverwinter, pretty good game, very old, still a lot of fun, and you can play it for free. I was thinking in The Rise of Ronin, this is kind of a Souls game, a little different, but it's Souls game, Japanese style in old Japan.
Yeah, D&D.
Yeah, man.
Black
Yeah.
Scorpion 1313.
So this is
TTS English. Yeah,
pure
D&D.
D&D. Neverwinter is 128% D&D, but it's old D&D. It's not 5th edition, newer or anything like that. I don't even know if there is 6th edition now. We may even have 6th editions. Oh, the books that I have are all 5th editions. So, but this is 100%.
I played Rise of Ronin on stream, and it was very cool. But the audience was not there for it.
Just redeemed TTS English.
Man, I think
played
Rise of Ronin
in
is
stream, and it was
amazing.
Tiamat is on the
but
cover,
the audience
so it
was
better
not
be
there
good.
for it.
So this is Neverwinter.
Black Scorpion 1313 just redeemed TTS English. Tiamat is on the cover, so it better be good.
So, okay, so I have a level 2 rogue. I played this game, guys, on the PC like, I don't know, 15 years ago. The game is still the same. It has a little bit of new things, but it is very interesting. So, pretty good. You know, for a free game. Look at on the top. I have mail. The mail I think is right here. So this is the bank. Where is my mail? Right here. So yeah, okay. Reconnection for the commendable. They get me some Zen money. VIP, of course. This is where they want to sell stuff. Everything in this thing is free to play, but they do have a different currency. Believe me, I played this thing entirely, sometimes free to play. I did have a VIP account for some time. Spent some money on it as a support. You know, I think it was worth it. I think it's pretty good. It gave me a lot of you know, good hours of fun. The environment is good. Now, couple of things. You cannot run in this game. This is the speed that this guy goes. There is also a dungeon system every day, and because of how old this game is, you can see the game is still pretty much populated, right? So, big guy here, level 20. I think you can go all the way to level 70 if I'm not wrong, but it's been so long. Looks like that everybody is level 20 for some reason. You know, I mean, maybe level 20 is the max. I don't believe that. Yeah, look at that, level 20, level 20. Those guys appear to be pretty beefy. So maybe level 20 is the new top. I don't know. I've been out of this game forever. So another level 20. So yeah, I used to be all the way to level 50, 60. but I think they have switched some of that. They have rebalanced. Probably there is a lot of patches, but for a free game, folks, this is really good, and you have tons of hours for fun. So if you go to your character sheet, you can change the appearance. There is cosmetic. This is fashion. This is your real gear. And I've been through a point that all my stuff was orange. I had pretty good mounts. But man, it's been a while since I have that. I don't know. I had enhancements. I had a companion. That guy, actually, I have a bunch of companions, lots of mounts, but that was on a PC, not on the console, and those environments are separate. I don't think that is a crossplay, so yeah, what is contained in here is contained in here. So in any case, that was one of the games that was considering. Rise of Ronin was the other one. I think the game is amazing. I'm sorry, Black Scorpion. I don't know what you mean by the audience was not in there. I did not play any much of this, like 3 hours, but I've been through the tutorial and I thought the game was pretty good. The only thing I it's not like or dislike, it's the parry system. That the parry window was not as good as Ghosts of Tsushima, but this is actually Souls-like. If you die, then everybody is back, okay? And I think the game is pretty interesting, man. It's pretty cool. I think it's worth it, right? It's a mix of Assassin's Creed, and I think from my perspective, I played Assassin's Creed Shadows, one of the worst games of the franchise in my opinion. We are back with Assassin's Creed Black Flag remastered, one of the best titles of the franchise. But I think Rise of the Ronin struck a pretty good niche in terms of, what Assassin's Creed Shadows should have been. So the game is awesome, not just because it does have Souls ideas behind it, meaning, you have... I'm not going to say Sight of Graces, but you go and have banners, and you do have mighty cool swordplay, man. Really cool swordplay. So, yeah, what not to like about this? So let's continue this. So you can take a look at the graphics. Also, the
Rise of the
graphics are
Ronin is
amazing.
the original Neo 3, the same company from Neo but trying to make an open world game. Only thing I miss are the yokai, but very good game.
Neo but trying to make an open world game. Only thing I miss are the yokai, but very good game.
Yeah, look at the graphics. Look at the graphics, man. Breathtaking, really. Very well designed game. This, pretty cool. You do have a horse, you do have a horse. You can call your horse. Look at that. I think there is a map too, so look at that. The map is huge, folks. Look at this. It's huge. And I think this is just the first region. Pretty cool stuff. Mighty cool. So nothing really bad about it. It is simply that I think to do this game as I wanted to do, like, as a guide for, you guys. I think this is going to take forever, really, and I don't think platinum this game or, give you a road to platinum.
This is just the first region. I think there are more 4
Yeah.
regions.
Emma Gravo 18 just redeemed TTS English. This is just the
You're
first region.
absolutely right. I
more
think
4
there are
regions.
3 or 4 regions. And, look at this thing, man. Look at this thing. This thing is huge. How long, it's going to be a game like this? I've been in here for 3 hours, and I am going to go to strong enemy presence. If I die, I have to go back to this banner and do it again. And as you can see, there is stuff here, okay? And this is over the water. So look at that. That whole thing that we just saw, it is over the water. Look at that fortress or that island, all those boats out there. I have a feeling, I have not played this, I have a feeling that we will have to go into a dock, board the boat, so we can travel, which means that we may even have boat fights. So as a game, this thing is amazing. So totally recommend if you don't have anything to do, and if you're looking for a game, and if you're strong on Japanese culture, and you would like a stealth game, then this game may be for you. Pretty good. Yeah, it's been out there a while, but why not? So pretty cool game. Totally recommend it. The other things that I've been playing here, of course, Elden Ring never lives here. This is good. How many hours I have? Wow, 1,200 hours in Elden Ring. My goodness. Well, that is a lot. Dredge is pretty fun. Pretty good game, as a matter of fact. There is one here that I think it is very cool. Assassin's Creed Shadows in here. I was doing a comparison between this and Rise of the Ronin. But we do have this guy here. Another Crab's Treasure. This is a Souls game, and it is mighty, mighty fun. You play as a crab. It is all cartoonish, made with Unity, folks. Professional game made with Unity. Incredible. This game is really, 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 really good. Very, very fun. You are crab, and then suddenly somebody comes and take your shell out. And it's fun, fun, fun. And then you have all of this map. So there you go. You're Mr. Krabby, and you do have a fork. Look at that. You do have a fork. And you do have strong attacks and stuff, and you can run, and there you go, Krabby, and you explore the world, kill stuff, some stuff will break, and then you can collect items. Some items are just here in the world, and as you progress, you need to go to this castle. But to get into the castle, yeah, crab souls, man. To get into the castle, you need to be not naked. And you can see Mr. Krabby here is only wearing a bib. So you have to go and actually go all the way over here where there is this big guy here on a horse. And, it's one of the boss. You need to fight the boss, and this guy it's challenging. The way the game fights, it's challenging. So to pass through these guards, you need to be dressed. And to get to this particular area here, you have to pass. There will be enemies here. Some of those enemies can be really tough. You don't have a lot of life. Okay, so that is a little fishy. Gotta be careful, because this is like any Souls game. Once you get hit, okay, so that guy went away and you gain some souls, maybe. But that is okay. The fishes are your enemy. And don't think this is easy, okay? Because it is not. And those fish is one thing. There are crabs. The crabs are a little bit more powerful. See, there is a crab out there. Of course, they have shells. They are a little bit more complicated. So you have to learn to fight those enemies one by one. They each fight in a different way, a different style. Pretty much like any Souls game, you will die. So, but it is a mighty fun game. And you know, you have these flowers here that give you life. And there is a boss over to this area here. And that's where we are heading. Once we pass this is the boss area. Catch up. Okay, be careful. So the game is, it's very fun. And it is Souls-like. You die in here, all those enemies will come back. Same thing happens with the boss. You go in there, there will be a shelf for you. And the boss is pretty difficult. I most likely will die. So all these shells are coming out, which they are soda pops. So you wear them. That will give you some protection. And then... lawbreaker! And then here comes the guy on the horse.
I'm sorry. Was I supposed to grab a ticket?
You think yourself above the law, but the law is not so easily outwitted. By its strength alone do we rise above the beasts.
I'm really sorry. I'll go to the back of the line, okay?
You should be so lucky. I'll have your head like I have these other worthless law breakers.
And Barry in this game is totally different. You're much better avoiding the big guy, you know, by just dodging him. And he just hit me. The good thing is that there is no stamina. Oh, he hit me pretty hard. And you can see I did not do any much damage to him. Oh, he hit me again. Okay, so he killed me. But it is fun. A moon jelly. So then you can see the little crabby out there. So I'm here, a moon jelly, and you recover your junk, okay? And your junk is, of course, your souls, right? So this is a lot of fun. I'm not going through this again. I just need to defeat this boss. He's not that hard, really. You know, I did some pretty good damage to him. You just need to dodge on the way that he is doing his attack, or use the shell to protect. There is a way to use the shell. You take the hit, but you just hit the shell. And since there are so many that are going to pop, Once that shell is lost, you just go use another one, and then you're going to defeat him and go to the next phase. Yeah, it is mighty fun. And I think this game is also free, right? So not bad. And there is a cheat mode on this that you can just got a gun. It is called the gun mode. Right on the beginning of the game, there is a way for you to acquire a big revolver. And then, once that guy comes in, you just shoot him and he will die instantly. And then you can progress to the game. It's pretty much like, I think it is on the option, controls, graphics, okay, gameplay, show HUD, tutorial prompts, focus, autofocus, show chapter select. I think there is a way to do this into that. I think, okay, I continue. It's right on the beginning of the game. I think you can do this gun mode. So, and of course you get, I'm level 2. I have basically nothing in here, but you can see this is your vitality. This is your resistance, decreases the damage your shell takes. This is your attack. This is your mana, let's put it this way, and this is your defense. So, and there is no shell equipped. You will have some shell to do later on. These are your inventory, some skills. There will be a skill tree for you to actually do a build. It's not bad, guys, it's fun. Why not, right? It is relaxed, really. Then again, if you are not up to the challenge, I think you can do the game pretty much on a story mode. But the difference is that you kill the bosses instantly by using the gun. So, pretty interesting game. Very nice. Much better than Mortal Shell. I played this game for 5 hours. I got frustrated because there is really nothing to play in Mortal Shell. All you do is just go and avoid the enemies with the exception of the boss, right? You need to fight the boss, but once you get to the boss, you already have a bunch of upgrades. So I don't know. I don't see the value, why I'm going to spend my time here. On Path of Exile, though, I am enjoying this a lot because the game is so different and make you think. And just for you to understand how intimidating this thing can be, I'm going to show you the skill tree, which is the point. So I'm level 11, so I lied. So, but I'm still on Act 1. I am not on Act 2. I'm still going here, and I'm taking my time to learn in the process. But take a look at this, folks. Take a look at this. This is your skill tree. Okay? If you thought Diablo 2, have different builds, man, this thing appears to be intimidating, but in reality, it is very, very simple. The concept is ingenious because this thing is divided. If you look here in the center, you have 3 different colors. You have red, you have green, and you have blue. So, and you can see that these nodes go into 3 different regions. So this whole thing is actually divided in 3 regions, in 3 big triangles, one to the top, one to the side and one to the other side. So what do you think this thing would be really? And I think you can actually go take a look at some of those nodes. It will explain to you. So attack speed and dexterity. So everything that is green is dexterity related. Everything that is red is physically related, meaning melee oriented damage. Think about red, about how do you do damage in a physical way. And everything that is blue, it's intelligence related, meaning everything in here is pretty much like
Indeed,
magic.
Not wonder it's the game with the largest skill tree.
Black Scorpion 1313.
This thing is huge, but then again,
Indeed,
you can see that the nodes are a little different. These are small nodes, and then you have bigger nodes, and then you have much bigger nodes, and then you have massive things in here. So you try to build your way through these things that gives you some advantage. Right now, I don't care what that thing is because my character is still learning, but in here it tells you everything. Look at that, the strength, intelligence, dexterity. If you know how to read this, dude, you already know everything that you need to know about Path of Exile. The only difference is these things here, they have slots for gems. And the gems is what makes your skills. So if you go over here and say, okay, volley support, then you have a spectral throw, and then you have momentum support. So you have two types of gems. One is the real thing, the other one augment that stuff. Read Diablo 2 runes, runes of invocation, runes of activation. It's the same thing. I would say, I wonder how Diablo got away with this, man, because it is the same concept. The difference here is that your runes gain levels. So this is level 3 already, this is level 5. The more that you use the skill on the runes, the better that they become. And they have to be linked together in order to be able to support each other. So if you have stuff like this, there is 2 runes and one that is not connected, whatever you put on the top 2, if there is a support, they will support the other one. If you don't do it, then that third slot doesn't do anything to support the previous one, but it can hold a spell. It is not that complicated, really. The game is pretty simple. Not much to do, and then of course, like any other game, you have the story, right? So this guys here will give you quests. You can see your quests on the right side. So now you need to travel. I need to travel to the ship graveyard. I need to travel to Prisoner's Gate, and I keep finding and completing charts because that is the mechanic of the league. Read the season, right? So guys, really, I've been spending here on Path of Exile. I spent 20 hours during the weekend to get all the way to this level. I think it's worth it, really. I had a lot of fun. I'm not even at the end of Act 1. I'm going to scratch that character. We're going to play all the way from the beginning. And I think we can do it. We can do it. Have lots of fun. But with that, my friends, I think I'm going to stop the stream. We had a lot of fun. We finished Enotria. We discussed a lot of other political issues, and we looked at some other games. But the thing here is Path of Exile 1 or Path of Exile 2. Again, I am very, very much inclined to go to Path of Exile 1 simply because it cost you can see right there on the screen, it cost you $0. and you can have a lot of value out of the game. And I think there is not a lot of difference between Path of Exile 1 and Path of Exile 2. I think most of the concepts will still apply. So I wish you guys a happy good night, and I'll see you on Thursday. And hasta la vista, baby. Ciao, amici.